On Monday, Milwaukee will be a sea of blue. Police officers and law enforcement from across the region, the state, and the nation will be here to say goodbye to Milwaukee police officer Peter Jerving.
Officer Jerving died Tuesday morning in a shootout with a robbery suspect. It has been a heavy week for Milwaukee police.
And this afternoon, we are sitting down with Police Chief Jeffrey Norman. We want to thank you for your time. We want to say we're saddened about your loss as well as the department's loss. What has the feel been like within the department?
The air has been heavy. Definitely, this is a difficult moment for us all, but we are really appreciative of the overwhelming love and support from our community, from the Milwaukee community, but also from our law enforcement partners. So definitely, we're not alone in our grief, and it's helping us go through this healing process.
You made an impassioned speech in that first news conference Tuesday morning, saying the violence has to stop. There's something else that stuck out to me during that news conference. I want to play a little bit of that portion of that news conference and talk to you on the other side of it.
To the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department, I see you. I am proud of you. The work that you do not go unnoticed. And at this time, our community needs you. This is a time to lean in and do the work that needs to be done in our community.
You talk about leaning in. This is a tough time for officers dealing with the pain of this loss, but there's still work to do. Talk about that message.
Well, the need to protect and be out there for our community does not stop. We have to balance in regards to how we are healing, understanding how to embrace our grief, but also understand that, our community still needs us. And this is not a time where we can look other ways, being responsive to this concern. So it's not an easy commentary or to say, hey, work through the grief, but you have to balance it, continue to lean on those support, but also don't forget that, we have made an oath, that we have sworn an oath to be responsive, to continue to be there for our community also.
We've heard you talk so passionately about ending the violence. What's your message about that to the city? The
important aspect is we all have a role. As we all know, this is a situation where we had a young one who was, in possession of a firearm. What was going on within the community in regards to that impact of why are you carrying a firearm? What are you going to use it for? This is inappropriate in all different type of levels. This is where we all have a responsibility. Again, the Milwaukee Police Department, 365 days a year, 24/7, work in ensuring the safety of our community. But we all have a role, engaging the youth, engaging those who want to use firearms to resolve their problems. We cannot be in every home. As much as we are building our relationships, we all have a role in safety. This is a community effort. Public safety need all hands.
I know in 2017 you were a captain with the department. The following summer, 2018, we saw Officer Mahalski, Chucky Irvine. Then the following February, Matthew Rittner. This is the first officer you've lost in the position as chief. And you mentioned to check on your officers. How is Chief Norman doing this week?
I appreciate that. Definitely not easy to deal with all this, but I have a great team. I have a great wife. Understand that, get to sleep in, still continue to work out. But I appreciate asking because it's not easy at all the levels. I mean, we're all hurting.
And you talk about that hurt for yourself and for your department. How can the community rally behind you? How can we all help?
Please say thank you. Acknowledge us, see us, understand that as we all are trying to continue to uphold the oath that we swore to put forth our best efforts, it's not easy in regards to trying to, again, temper your own feelings, but also being a responsive officer on the streets.
This is an inherently dangerous profession. What is your message to recruits and people who want to join the police department? I know back in 1996, you were at the police academy when the department lost an officer, Wendell Tanner. What is your message to people who want to join this profession about the dangers that they face?
Well, thank you for that question, Derek. I mean, I wouldn't talk to the officers. Instead, 27 years, I was sitting in the same room when this particular type of unfortunate situation took place. Understand that there is a calling. This is not just a job. Is this what you were, working towards to do? Is this something that you feel calling to be a part of the community solution? I told them we need you. And I hope this doesn't dissuade or feel like you don't have someone to support. When I was back then, the chief didn't come and talk to us. So I hope that they will feel reassured that They have a supportive executive command center and the command staff. I know a lot of the command staff have been out there to reassure them that we'll walk along the way with you, support you, provide you resources. Because again, we need all the help we can get, and we respect that they are still here to be part of this family.
Officer Jervin, we know now, was a son, a friend, a brother. What else can you tell us about him as a person?
Well, they talked about in regards to that the award he received last year for the Life Saving Award. You know, that shows a lot in regards to dedication. I mean, he was an officer, but also a resident of our city. So you have a level of commitment, depth, and breadth that this is not someone who says, I just want to serve, but I want to be part of the community. And I embrace it because I am also part of this community. So I think there's a level of appreciation to hear that type of dedication and hear his mother say he always wanted to be a police officer. He loved being a police officer. We want people who are part of this profession, who have that drive, who have that, you know, commitment. And it's not only in words, but also in action.
Monday, the department was going to say goodbye to Officer Jervin. I imagine you will be speaking. Have
Yes.
you gathered any words? Do you know what you're going to say to motivate, to inspire the police department, this city, this nation?
So you're trying to get a little insight before you gotta hear it with everybody else. You know, definitely this is about the celebration of life. This is not about saying that this was a tragedy from the standpoint of we need to respect the life that he lived, to be able to have that type of celebration and support, and also again coming together, the law enforcement community. This is what it looks like to have each other's backs, to have that type of support and love.
Well, Chief, thank you again for your time. Sorry again for your loss. We appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
Thank you.